What is up, YouTube? It is your girl, K Nix, coming to y'all with our very first controversial topic on this channel. Now, this one is like that. This is taking the world by storm. Carmelo Anthony, obviously you can tell by the title, sentenced to 35 years in Texas prison. Now, this morning, or maybe yesterday morning, I don't know when, Austin Metcalf's dad went on a full-blown racist rant right after explaining how he didn't want to make any of this about race and he wanted to collide and all this. So we're gonna get into the facts in the interviews and everything that was said and give our opinions on it.
Carmelo Anthony's family is also talking tonight. They believe the trial was unfair from the start. They do plan to appeal. Our Ken Molestina to continue now our team coverage.
A day after the trial, Carmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, sat down to break their silence and to let the world know how they're feeling as their son begins his 35-year sentence for murder. Despite what a jury found, his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself. And that's what hurt so bad.
His mother recounts the moment she addressed the jury and made her plea to them during the sentencing phase.
To have mercy on my son. That's what I told the jury. I know they had their minds made up already. So, I mean, really wasn't much I could say to change their mind.
Both parents fighting back emotions and tears as they described what they believe was a flawed trial.
We were delusional. We thought we was going to get a fair shake.
They claimed there were inconsistencies from the get-go, despite witnesses who took an oath vowing to tell the truth.
Everyone actually lied on the stand.
Everyone.
All of the witnesses' statements were inconsistent. All of them.
His father says the court of public opinion had made up their mind about his son long before the trial began.
He was convicted when he walked out of the jail. If you looked at the news all last year, he was already convicted. If you look at it, it was already done. It was no innocent until proven guilty. He was already guilty.
He says the threats of violence against them continue.
People want us dead. That's what.
After they still got what they want.
After they still got what they want, they still want us dead. You see, I go look at my phone, people want us dead. They want our family dead.
And now they're preparing to appeal.
They did a number on us.
A judicial process they believe wronged them.
We didn't get justice. A lot of things that were missed that should have been handled a certain way. However, we couldn't say anything. We did what was instructed. We was told. So we just did what we was told.
Ken Molestina.
Now, I heard everything they were saying. That is very valid for them to feel that way. They walk into the courtroom, they see that their son is facing an all-white jury in Texas, mind you. Now, you can say, oh, it's not, oh, you guys are thinking too much into. No, that's not fair. I don't care what you say. That ain't fair. That ain't right. Not one black person on jury, but there was 3 black educators that were like able to do the jury, but they were disqualified because it happened at a school. What does that have to do with, like, what would that make them disqualified for? I'm not getting how that correlates anyway. So that's not fair. That's not fair. No one on that jury has any sort of relation to A, what he's feeling, A, what he's been through, A, what it feels like to be a black person in America. They had just no sort of sensitivity towards the topic at all. So yeah, I feel what they're saying. I would be worried for my kid too. And not only was he in front of an all-white jury, it took 3 hours for them to decide. 3 hours for them to decide over this very gray area topic. His fate was decided when he walked in that courtroom. They honestly didn't even have to do any of that. They know what they were going to do. You can say they didn't. You can say it doesn't have to do with race. Or you can just look at like what reality is and just put the pieces together yourself. And I'm not trying to take any accountability away from the action that Carmelo did. I understand completely that Austin lost his life, but I do feel like Carmelo was dealt a bad hand, a bad jury. That was, not fair. If there was a white teenager claiming self-defense, you think he would have got 35 years, or do you think he would have got like 10, 5 with good behavior? Sounds a little more right, Just saying. Now, if you haven't seen already, Austin Metcalf's dad has been on the internet. He's been on the internet. He spoke out. We're going to watch and see what he has to say. Let's get into that.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more used to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS to come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate, minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bull? How about minister you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
From this video, it just seems like an angry dad. Just seems like an angry dad trying to express how he feels. He had valid points about, why did he have a public defender? There was all that GoFundMe money. Where's the money? Where's the good attorneys? Where is the effort in trying to de-escalate? At least just lower the sentence. So I get that. But then he kind of went to sleep, woke up, and was full-blown racist. Like, just let it off. Like, and if you can wake up one day and say that, you have felt like that for a long time, whether you want to say it or not, whether you want to think he's racist or not, he is. Like, that is just plain as day. Like, I don't even know if that's an argument, honestly. But let's watch the other video that he put out to the world.
Trey, how about what? Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to portray. How about what?
All right. Well, that's a way to feel. Now, this case is already crazy enough. If you don't know who Charleston White is, please just go look up his name, look up his past content, get his vibe. He was just so happening to be helping the Carmelo's parents with trying to get funds for attorneys and stuff like that. I guess some things went wrong, so we're gonna see what he has to say.
I was starting to feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly, they wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing the GoFundMe. They wanted to know after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No, the extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the pill. So, going forward, I am no longer walking with nor associated or helping Carmelo Anthony. His daddy in the way. I don't like weak. I hate weak.
Now, hearing what Charleston has to say, I get where he's coming from. He doesn't want the money to be gone. They keep talking about where the leftover money is going to go. They're not really showing concern for the appeal. They're not getting good attorneys. He had a public defender. Where's the money going? So I get it. And they also want to be associated with a couple people, I guess, that were associated with scamming. So if Charleston doesn't want to do it anymore and he doesn't want his name involved anymore, that's fine. But what Charleston decides to wake up and do the next day is just beyond wild. I'm just going to insert the picture here. He just went a little bit too far. I don't want to go too far into the topic on that. I just want to say he immediately opened a merch line with these shirts, and all the funding is going to Austin's dad. Now, the switcheroony on that is really just mind-blowing. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? I just feel like that's just a little bit disrespectful towards your community. And I feel like you're making a little bit of a mockery. And I get that's like Charleston. It's all entertainment. It's all fake. I get it. It's all internet stuff. But there's just a thin line of respect. You know, you should just definitely show respect in this situation. There's no room for joking. It's just a little bit too serious at this point. There's no room for jokes. No room for jokes. So just let me know how y'all are feeling. Let me know what you feel about the trial. Let me know how you feel about the sentencing. Let me know what you feel about Carmelo's parents. Let me know what you feel about Austin's dad and what he had to say. Let me know what you feel about what Charleston had to say and what he did. What he did. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you like this video. While you're down there, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This is a new channel. Give me some ideas down below on what you want to hear about. This is K Nix, and I am out.